Related to those images you see right there, severe flooding in Aniana. The National Weather Service again estimating that Blount County received more than 5 inches of rainfall since 1 o'clock this morning.
And we know that there have been water rescues over the past couple of hours there in Aniana. Public Safety Director Brandon Horton for the city of Aniana joins us now by FaceTime. You can see he is right there in the middle of all of this. Brandon, good morning. Thank you so much for taking a moment to be with us. Describe for us where you are right there.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Currently, I'm at the intersection of First Avenue and Jack Finley Drive here in Aniana. Most everyone would familiarize that behind the subway. Right now, the water appears to be receding a little bit. However, we still have roadways that are underwater, and police and fire are having to redirect that traffic.
Brandon, what roads are impacted right now?
Currently, Alabama Highway 75 and the southbound lanes, US 231 from Aniana to Asheville, and then several municipal streets have been affected and are underwater.
Brandon, I just want to be clear to our viewers. Are there water rescues happening right now, or is that over?
The water rescues, thankfully, are over. We had a total of 2 rescues, retrieving 4 victims. All of those were driving through areas that were covered in water. We do have police officers right now trying to redirect that traffic away from those areas. Everyone was okay. All of those victims were recovered safely. But we just encourage everyone just don't drive through waters that are don't drive through roadways that are covered by water.
Brandon, we're seeing some of the images right now. We see a dumpster flowing away. We see some cars stuck in the water. Just as you were seeing and witnessing what was going on, just what were your thoughts?
Well, unfortunately, Aniana is not a stranger to some flooding. We do have that, especially when we have the amount of rain that we've had within this short hour period. We are in a mountainous area here in Aniana, so everything that falls kind of rushes towards the central part of town. So the areas that are flooded are what's considered the dry creek area. And the waters rise very rapidly, very fast here in this area.
So I can imagine the people that had to be rescued, they had to be a bit terrified, I would imagine.
Yes, and to contribute that, those were during nighttime hours when the roadways covered by water, you lose visibility. It's hard to judge the depth of the water, and they left the roadway, and their vehicles become buoyant and started floating away. So. The Aniana Fire Department effected 1 rescue, retrieved 3 victims, and then the Aniana Police Department as well. I'm give hands out and shout out to those men and women that jumped into action. So I want to thank them for the job that they've done.
No doubt. Yeah.
You know, Brandon, we always know that flash flooding is possible when we get under these warnings, but you just never know how much it's going to happen and where exactly it's going to be. How quickly did this happen, and when did you realize, oh my gosh, we have a problem?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I was at home asleep like everyone else. About 2:30, we had a significant lightning storm, a terrible amount of lightning, and that's what woke me up. The rain started, and it was just so heavy. Within probably about 45 minutes, based on the history that I knew that there was going to be some potential problems. And sure enough, probably about 3 o'clock, we started seeing significant street flooding and runoff.
Were those 911 calls that came in, or how were those discovered when you had to rescue the folks?
Yes, both of those calls were 911 from the victims in their vehicles.
Boy, yeah, you know they were scared.
No doubt.
All right, Brandon, we know you got a lot of work to do. We appreciate it. We just wanted to get you on air and let the viewers know. I would imagine the message, still stay home unless it is an emergency for you until this recedes.
That is correct. Again, the waters are still high. We still have several municipal roadways and state roadways that are covered. I just ask everyone to be patient. Do not drive through roadways that are covered. I will let you know this is not just specific to Aniana. I spoke with a representative from the Blount County Commission of District 3. So areas just north of Aniana, towards Susan Moore and towards Straight Mountain, we're feeling some of the same effects of this. So it is across the county, not specific to Aniana.
We appreciate that update. Thank you so much. We're thinking about those folks in those communities too. Thank you, sir. Be safe.
All right, thank you.